later. Grammar page 13. So go ahead and turn to page 13 in your grammar books. And today we're talking about pronouns. This is page 13 in your grammar books. Pronouns, you probably know, are the words that take the place of a noun. So if you're talking about a girl, it would be words like her or she or hers. Phoenix, did you have a question?
We still don't have any of the materials.
Okay, so I emailed your dad. Did he get a chance to print them out for you?
Uh, I don't think so. We've been a little busy this week.
Oh, okay, because he emailed me or he texted me last week. If he's home, you can tell him that I emailed him and maybe he could print them for you if he's home. Otherwise, just watch here, and then I recorded this so you can watch it later and work on it later. That'll work too. All right, and sometimes a pronoun takes the place of an object, and usually we use the pronoun it for that. But these are pronouns that take the place of, well, it's got it in there too, takes the place of a noun. So this whole chart right here, I'm going to show you how to read this. The number here where it says numbers, that means singular or plural. You probably know singular is one, right? That's just one. Plural is more than one. It could be a lot. Christopher, go ahead and turn your camera on when you're ready, okay? Persons, I always think of video games for this because a lot of times you play a video game in first person. You've probably done that before, especially like Minecraft. If you play in first person, you're seeing everything from the camera. It's like you're in the video, right? Whatever you're looking at is your character. So you're in the story and you're the one that's seeing everything. Second person is the person you're talking to in the story. So if you're in Minecraft and you come across another character and you're talking to them, that is second person. Okay, that other person in there is the second person. Now, third person is when you have two characters and you're not in the story. The two characters are talking to each other and you're watching from the outside, or you're reading the book or whatever from outside. So the third person uses words like he and she, and they're talking to each other. That's just the perspective of a story. Most stories and most books are written in third person. So you're reading about other characters in the story or the book. And then if you go across here, these are just giving you the actual pronouns that you would use in those different cases here. So here it says, these pronouns can function as the subject of a sentence, like who the sentence is about. These pronouns can function as the object of the preposition. So whatever the preposition is referring back to who the character is in the story. These possessive pronouns functions as adjectives. So if you're talking about whose dog or whose computer, those would be the pronouns that you would use for that. And then possessive is also talking about whose it is, who it belongs to. So basically what you need to know are these words in these boxes, which are what you already know. I, me, my, mine. You, your, yours. And then of course, he, she, it, him, her, it, his, her, it, it's, his, hers, and its. And then we, us, our, ours, you, your, yours, they, them, their, theirs. Those are all the pronouns. When we hunt for those in this book, we're going to label them with a PR. That stands for pronoun. Here's your example. The little man was thankful. He gave the soldiers the horn. It would help them. So here we have he. That's a pronoun. It's talking back about the little man, right? He refers to that. It's in place of little man. And then down here, it would help them. It is talking about the horn, right? Because the horn is not a boy or a girl, it's a thing. So the pronoun to replace that would be it. it would help them. And that word them is plural. That means more than one. It's referring to the soldiers. Okay. So there's your example, and you're just going to label each pronoun with PR, that stands for pronoun. Capitalization, you guys are good with that. Names, places, all the proper nouns are capital, and then the first letter of the sentence is always capital, and then I, whenever it's by itself, is capital. And you're going to mark it with 3 little lines under the letter that should be capital. So here's your example at the very bottom. When the little man gave me the horn, I blew it. I by itself is always capital. So there's 3 little lines underneath there, signifying that you need to capitalize that. All right. I know I did that kind of fast. I'm trying to catch up here. Did anyone have any questions about this page, about pronouns or capitalization? No questions. You can shake your head no. I see Rosa. I think that is actually Mariah logging in. So if you can turn on your camera, Mariah, that would be awesome. And now we're turning to page 15 in the grammar book. 15. Would anyone like to read the sentence today? Go ahead, Phoenix. I saw your hand there.
He told the little man about their problem.
Nice. And the vocabulary word is problem. You can tell because it's darker like that. So what does problem mean? Can anyone tell me what problem means? Lacey?
I don't think I have page 15.
Uh-oh. You don't have your book yet either, huh? Did I forget to send it to you? So here's what you can do. How about, Lacey, you can get a lined piece of paper for now and copy that sentence, and then you can label it with us on your lined paper as we go. Does that sound good? Okay, so just copy that sentence right there, and then you can work on that. And then after class, I'll make sure you have it. I'll send it to you. Okay. Okay. Problem. So a problem is a difficult situation, right? It could be a math problem, or it could be a problem that you're having. Maybe you can't reach something in the cabinet that you need, and you need help, right? So that's what problem means. Let's put a check mark by vocabulary. Over here where it says market, go ahead and put a and the next to article, because those are the articles, a and the. We've been talking about those. They'll be in each sentence that we work on here. So it's always good to put a note there, a and the. There's only one. So go ahead and find it and put AR on top of it. After you mark it with AR, go ahead and put a check mark at the top. It's just one, so that's easy peasy cheesy. Pumpkin squeezy. Don't ask why I say pumpkin squeezy. I just do because it rhymes. And it's almost October, so why not? Okay, nouns. I'm going to see if Liana can help us with nouns. There's 2 nouns in here. Can you find them? Person, place, or thing, remember?
Man.
Good, that's one noun. Put it in there.
And problem.
Yes, good. So put it in on top of problems. We got man and problem. Good. Put a check mark there. How about Mariah? Can you help us find the pronouns? There's 2 in here.
There.
Good. There.
And he.
Yep, that's right. Just those 2. PR for pronoun. Put a check mark up there when you're done with that. And now we need a capital. So Christopher, what word should we capitalize?
E.
Good, because it's the first word in the sentence. That's pretty easy. So 3 little lines. That's what that is. And then Cash, how about the end mark? What do we need at the end here?
A period.
A period. Good. There you go. Make sure you check these off at the top. Make sure we got them all. And then I'm going to have you write this out later after class. But what you're going to do is copy that sentence here and make sure to fix the capital and make sure to put the period in and write it in your best handwriting down below. But since we're a little short on time, I'm going to have you do that after class. Okay. Good job. So your homework for grammar is going to be to write this down, this sentence down here, and then you're going to do pages 16, 17, and 18 at home, okay? And then put it on the Google Classroom. Most of you are doing a good job with that. If anybody needs help with the classroom, the Google Classroom, just let me know. I can help you with that. But does anybody have any questions for me right now about grammar or Google Classroom or anything like that?
No.
And Lacey, if you need the other pages, have your mom email me. I think I gave them to her, but I might have missed something. So let me know if you're missing something and I'll email it to you, okay? Okay. All right, the binder is next. So put your grammar book aside. Now, there's some organizing we need to do in the binder because we're finished with week 1 and we're going to move on. But the first thing, so this is going to take some effort. If your mom or dad or somebody is near and they can hear me, you might need some help organizing your binder. You can try to do it by yourself, but if you get confused though, see if they can help you with this. The first thing I want you to do is take out all the papers in the front pocket. That's where you keep your homework for the week. And now we're going to put those in the right spot in the binder and get out the next week. So that's the routine when we finish a week. So you should have out everything for dog and shadow, the keyword outline, and the keyword outline for the giant saguaro. And then you've got this page. So all the stuff that you've had out for the week, this story, the giant saguaro and the dog in the shadow. And then there's this yellow page. So the first thing we're going to put away is the yellow page. So get that one out first. This is page 15. So find this page. It should be in your front pocket. Give me a thumbs up if you have the yellow page. Good. Good. Yay. This is just showing you how to set up the outline. Now, we'll look at this again later, but there's a spot in your binder. So go ahead and look at your binder. And you'll see a tab that says in the back, this one right here, look for the tab that says Model, Charts, and Outlines. There's a tab that says Model, Charts, and Outlines. When you find that tab, go ahead and turn it, and you're going to put this yellow page behind that tab. Okay? So it's going to go right in that spot, right behind it, right here. You can open the rings, stick it in there, and close the rings. It's right behind Model, Charts, and Model, Charts, and Outlines. That's the tab right here. Turn it and stick the yellow page in there and then close it up. Close up your rings. Okay, you guys good with that? Give me a thumbs up if you put that in there. A couple of people are frozen. I know it's just Liana. Okay. Now, the rest of your stuff from the pocket, oops, not this one, hold on. This stuff from the dog and the shadow and the original story and all that, all the stuff that we've been doing for homework, you're going to put this one on top, and then the original stories go behind it. So you're going to put the pages in order, and then you're going to put these and you're going to put them all behind the tab that says finished compositions. Do you see that tab that says finished compositions? This is where it goes when you're all finished with everything. That's where we put everything. So you're going to turn that tab and put all this about the dog in the shadow and the giant saguaro, all the other stuff you've been working on goes there. Your keyword outlines go in there. And then all the stories and that first page that tells the lesson plan, even though we don't really use that page. And then close those rings. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you got that done. Okay, good. See that? This is a skill that you guys are learning how to organize a binder, because sometimes when you get into high school and later, you're going to be pros at this, and then it'll be really easy to keep track of stuff. And that's why it's a good skill to learn now. Okay, now we're done with week 1. We got to get out week 2. Okay, so after you put all that away behind finished compositions, now you're going to flip back to the front of your binder. Make sure your rings are closed because it's a mess if you don't remember that part. And then this very first tab that we put in last time, the one that says source texts, go ahead and turn that to that tab. And you should see right on top, you should see week 2 scorpions, because now we're going to take out all of week 2. All right, so you're going to open the rings, take out this one, which is page 17. It's called Scorpions. And then you're going to take out this story about scorpions, take that out. And then a new yellow page. This is page 21. So it's just those 3 pages you're going to take out. Somebody's doggy. It sounds like a little chihuahua or something.
I didn't know. I was unmuted. Yeah.
That's okay.
Working.
That's all right. It happens here too, and I can't mute. So right now my dogs are quiet, but someday you'll hear them. All right, you're going to take out those 3 pages. Once you see week 3, leave that in there. Don't take out week 3 yet. That's for next time. Okay, you're only going to take out week 2. And then the last thing you need is a piece of lined paper. Lacey, did you have a question?
I don't have those papers.
Okay.
That's what you didn't send me.
I
'Cause
didn't
I
say.
have all my week 2 and it's not here.
All right. While everybody's getting that stuff out, I am going to just send you a quick email, okay? And then if your mom has time, maybe she can print it. And I'm sorry that for some reason, it didn't get to you. I'm going to forward you an email that I sent to Cash and Phoenix. And in that email is what you need today, okay? Should I send it to your mom or your dad?
My mom.
Okay, I just sent it. Everything you need is in that email, so she can print that.
Okay, my stuff is still coming, so I don't have all the stuff yet.
It's okay, sweetie. You're not the only one. I know Cash and Phoenix are waiting on their stuff too. So I don't know why it's taking so long. It's kind of annoying, but there's nothing we can do about it. So for now, just have your mom email me, the day before class, and then I can send her that stuff. All right. So you should have these 3 pages out from week 2, and then you should also have a piece of lined paper. So if you have that, give me a thumbs up. If I know that a couple of you don't have that stuff yet, but okay, good. I see that. And then Phoenix, if your dad is home, he could print it right now if he has time. If he's not home, then
I forgot to tell you, we don't have a printer.
oh yeah, that's a problem. Okay. I guess you just have to watch for now, because I don't know how else to help you with that. Hopefully, we'll just hope that it comes this week and then you'll be ready for the next week. All right, so you can close up your binder now. We're just going to work on these pages today. So this one, like I told you before, this page is for if you were doing this lesson by yourself, but you're not, you're doing it with me, but we don't need this page. So we're just going to put it in the back of the stack here. And we're going to start with scorpions. And you're like, yay, I think, do I want to be happy about scorpions? I don't know, because they're cool, but they're also scary. And I hope I don't ever get stung by one. So if you're a little creeped out over these things, then I'm sorry, but it's cool to learn about them. So, and scorpions do live in the desert. And, you know, Bakersfield and even up here in Tehachapi, we're part of the high desert. So there are scorpions around. I've never seen one on my property, but I have seen them in Bakersfield before. Has anybody seen a real live scorpion before? Yeah, I see a couple people nodding. You did too, Christopher? So this is what they look like. They look like aliens, kind of, you know, a little creepy. This is an article about scorpions, so we're basically going to learn about them.
I had a lollipop that had a scorpion in it too.
Oh my gosh, was that Mariah that said that? Oh my gosh, I've seen those in the store before. I think it's a Mexican treat, right? A lot of Mexicans like to eat or it's from Mexico.
Yeah, our mom, we had went to the airport and we had saw them when we were coming back from Washington because we had went into Arizona. So we had saw those lollipops and we gave them to my sister, my two brothers.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're probably in Arizona too, I bet. I can imagine because it's deserty there too. But yeah, I've seen them. It's like they're all encased in this candy and it's like clear, kind of yellowy color, and you can see them inside there. Ew. No, thank you. If you're wondering what to get me for Christmas, not that. All right. I'm going to read this now, and then we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to build an outline with it. So go ahead and follow on yours, or if you don't have a copy, you can just watch the screen here. Okay. Scorpions are not insects. They are arachnids and have 8 legs like spiders with 2 pinchers and a barbed tail. There are over 2,000 scorpion species. Scorpions are found on every continent except Antarctica. All species are venomous, but only about 30 have venom that can kill a human. Mainly, they use their sting to paralyze their prey. Scorpions need very little air or food. Remarkably tough, they can often survive being kept in a freezer overnight. After they hatch, dozens of scorpion babies will climb up and ride around on their mother's back. In China, giant scorpions, grilled or fried, are sold in food shops and eaten as a delicacy. Oh, nasty. I mean, it's bad enough if they're in a sucker or a lollipop. But to grill them on the barbecue and eat them? No. No, thank you. I mean, have you heard of people eating crickets and stuff like that? Some people eat weird stuff like that.
The crickets are good.
Crickets are good.
Like-
What? Phoenix?
Like when you get them from the beach, like you know how they like
The salt and vinegar ones.
Crickets?
yeah, and then like the larvae you get from the beach, you know what I'm talking about in the candy shop in Pismo.
And they have worms.
Okay, I've never seen that, or I've never eaten that, but they're at Pismo Beach. I did not know that. I
Or
haven't
no,
had
they're in the candy shop. Like they have them in
Candy
the candy
shop?
shop. Yeah, but they're not live. They're dead, and then they just
they're like dried or something like that.
yeah they just taste like a potato chip.
And they have scorpion suckers.
Yeah. Oh, you muted on Cash when he was talking, so I didn't get to hear the rest of what he said.
Oh,
What did you
they're
say?
scorpion suckers.
Oh, like that. Yeah. Okay. Well, so you liked it. Tastes like a chip, huh? That's kind of gross. I don't think I could get past the fact that it's a scorpion, or I mean, not a scorpion, a cricket or whatever it was. Anyways, China, I don't know if you've studied much about China, but in China, they eat a lot of interesting things that we would not eat in America. It's interesting. To them, it's normal. To me, it's gross. That's all I got to say. All right. Now we're going to set up our outline. Okay. You guys did this before for a couple different stories. So this will be pretty easy for you. Remember, on the left here, next to the red line on top, you don't have to draw that line. I just want you to put your name there. Okay, so I put it blank because I'm not going to put my name on here. I want you to put your name on your paper. And then right underneath that, we're going to put today's date, September 27, 2023. And that's what we always do when we get a clean piece of paper out. Always put your name and the date here. I like that because then we don't have to wonder whose page it is. We know it's yours. And then go ahead and skip a line. And somewhere in the middle, you're going to write scorpions. And we did this for both the dog in the shadow and the giant saguaro. And the giant saguaro was more about academic writing. It was information about an actual plant. This is academic as well. It's an actual information about scorpions, which is a real creature. And they are called, I meant to tell you, arachnids. Have you guys heard that word before? Or have you ever heard the word arachnophobia? You heard that one? Arachnophobia, phobia means fear of something. So if you have a fear of spiders, but spiders are arachnids. They're called spiders, right? We know about spiders, and I'm sorry if you're creeped out because I really don't like spiders. But did you know that a scorpion is in that family of creatures? It's in the arachnids. And it's because they have 8 legs. You've probably heard that before, that spiders have 8 legs. Insects have 6 or a different number than 8 sometimes. But that's one of the classifications of the scorpion. Right underneath that word scorpion, I want you to put KWO. Does anybody remember what KWO stands for? Remember what KWO is? It's from your homework. I'll give you the first word. It's key.
keyword outline.
There you go. Keyword outline. We're going to start just putting KWO, but that's what it means. Keyword outline. This is your outline and you're using keywords. So that's what that's for. Okay. Now, I just want you to write, you're going to skip a line and you're going to do 1 through 10 on the side here. 1. And you don't have to skip lines for the numbers. Okay, 1 through 10. And each number represents one sentence. We're still working on that until you get that down really good, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. But for now, number 1 goes with sentence number 1. So when you look at sentence number 1, it says, scorpions are not insects. I love it when we have these short little sentences because it makes it super easy peasy cheesy to pick your keywords, right? That makes it super easy. So I see scorpions and then I see not and insects. I think that'll work for our outline. Remember, only 3 words. So we can put scorpions, comma, not, comma, insects. A lot of times insects fly, right? Not scorpions. They don't fly. They're not insects anyway. They don't have wings, but they do have a tail. Okay. So number 1 should say scorpions, not, and insects. And then we're going to go on to number 2. Number 2 goes with sentence number 2. They are arachnids and have 8 legs like spiders with 2 pinchers and a barbed tail. Well, okay, the person who wrote this was super nice to us in the first sentence, but now we have like 10 things that we need to put in our outline. And how are we going to do that when we can only write 3 words? So I'll help you with this one. Oh, you have an idea, Phoenix? What's your idea?
You put the most important ones down.
Yeah, you're right. The super most important ones. I agree with that. So I'm thinking arachnids. That's probably pretty important because it's telling what kind of a class of creature this is. And then Lacey, do you have an idea too?
8 legs.
8 legs. I think that's important too. What if we did this? Let's copy that word arachnids. Let's get that down. Arachnids. And then we could use, remember, numbers are free. So instead of writing out the word 8, we could actually use the number 8 like this. And we don't have to count that, okay? And then what if we drew a leg? And then we don't have to use the word leg. And I'm just going to take a peek at this guy's leg. This is his pincher in the front here, but these are his legs in the back. And I'm going to try to kind of draw his leg. Kind of looks like a Z, kind of, sort of, but okay. I'm just going to draw what looks like a scorpion leg. Let me look at it again. Oh, it has a little, his foot is a little bit, there we go, like that. Kind of. It's not exact, but that's okay, as long as you know what it is. Let's put a comma after that. So we got 8 legs. And then what else is important to put in our outline from that sentence? We have arachnids, we have 8 legs. What else do you see that would be important? What do you think, Christopher? What else do you see there? And then I'll ask Mariah.
Pinchers.
Pinchers. And so we have the number 2. We could do that. We don't have to count that. So 2. And then maybe we should write pinchers. I think we have room to put that. And then Mariah, do you see anything else we should add on our outline here?
I was gonna say, the tail.
The tail. And we have room for one more word because really all we have so far is arachnids and pinchers. So I'm thinking, can we write the word barbed? Oh, do you know what barbed means, by the way? Have you guys heard that word before? Barbed, it's like barbed wire. Have you ever seen that where it's like got these little sharp pieces coming out, and that we usually use it to keep in cattle in a certain area and stuff. But a barbed is like a really sharp point right here. I'm going to guess that's where the venom comes out, because when you get stung, that's where they sting you with their tail. I think venom. Go ahead, Mariah.
On the lollipop that we had given to her, my brother's and sisters, they had cut off the tail of it.
Oh, that's probably because you don't want to accidentally poke your tongue with it or something, huh? That would hurt.
Yeah.
So let's put barbed. I'm thinking barbed is important. And then we could kind of draw the tail. And the tail curls up like that. And then I just tried to make a little end on it like that. So we got arachnids, 8, and then that's a picture of the legs. And then we got 2 pinchers and then a barbed, and then draw the tail that's curled up like that. That's kind of a lot of numbers and symbols, but that's okay. Sometimes we need it because it's good information. We want to make sure to have it all in there. Now, I'm going to see if Liana can help us with the next sentence. It starts right here. I'll read the sentence and then you tell me what you think we should put in the outline. There are over 2,000 scorpion species. What do you think, Liana? What keywords from there? So you've got, there are over 2,000 scorpion species.
Species?
Species, I think species would be good. What else? We got a number.
1,000?
Yeah, 2,000. We got a number. Remember, you can do that for free. So we could write 2,000. And then is there another word in here that you think would be, I'm thinking this one here,
Yeah.
over. What if we did over? That just means more than, right? And then we write out 2,000. And then species. I know that's really technically only 2 words, but that's okay. That sentence was pretty short. Over 2,000 species. That's good. We can leave it like that. I saw your note, Christopher. Good. I'm going to have Christopher do the next one. Scorpions are found on every continent except Antarctica. How are we going to do that one, Christopher? Don't forget to unmute when you're ready. Found. I like that.
Continent.
Yes. That's kind of tricky right here, huh? Except Antarctica. Well, I like the first 2 words. Let's put those. Found. And then continent. Whoops. Continent. And then what could we put for except? Except Antarctica. We probably need Antarctica. How could we show except Antarctica? It means not Antarctica.
And X.
Okay. I like that idea. Just put a big X right here. And then Antarctica. I like that. Good, Christopher. Another idea would be, have you guys ever been to the beach and then you see a sign that shows a dog with a circle and a line through it? You know what that means if you see that sign? What does that mean, Phoenix?
For example, it means no dogs allowed, or
Right. Yep, that's exactly right. No dogs allowed on the beach. It's kind of a bummer when you bring your dog to the beach and they won't even let you have your dog out there, but that's what that sign means. No dogs allowed. So sometimes we can use that as a symbol, but I like the X, except Antarctica. All right. And then let's see, how about Mariah? Can you do the next one? This one says, all species are venomous, but only about 30 have venom that can kill a human. That's a lot of information there.
Venomous.
I agree. Venomous is good. We'll start with that.
Kill and venom.
Pill and venom, yeah.
And then species.
Yeah, that's another good one. What is the main part of that sentence, do you think? What does the venom do?
It kills the people.
It kills humans. So I kind of think we need to make sure to have kill and human, but there's a number in here that we could use for free. So maybe we should include that too. Right here, 30.
Yeah, I was looking at that one.
Okay, so let's put 30 and then kill humans. Kill a human. Because they're talking about species, we'll have to just remember that. They're all venomous, but only about 30 can kill a human.
Oh, yeah, and also, what I've looked up for scorpions, what I've seen that there's no cure for people for it, for when they die.
Sadly, they die. I don't know. There might be a cure now. But maybe you're right. It depends on probably where you are. If you're in Mexico or you're in another country, I don't know. So it's best just to stay away from them. That's my advice to you. If you see a scorpion, run the other way. All right. Number 6. The next sentence starts right here. I'm going to give this one to Cash. Mainly, they use their sting to paralyze their prey. How can we put that in our outline?
What was it again? I forgot.
Mainly, they use their sting to paralyze their prey.
They use their tail to paralyze their prey.
Okay, yes, and it's sting. So we can only use 3 words. So how can we condense that? Yeah, how can we condense that down to 3 words?
They used their tail.
So
They
look,
use
I'm sorry, let me stop you right there. Hold on, he's got it, Phoenix. Hold on just a second. They use their sting to paralyze their prey. So you can only use the actual words in the sentence. So you keep saying tail, but it's not in there. So look at these exact words. Let me zoom in a little so you can see it better. What are 3 exact words right here? They use their sting to paralyze their prey.
use
Okay, use.
use sting paralyze.
That would work.
Yeah, use.
Use, sting, paralyze, or even maybe sting, paralyze, pray. Do you guys know what pray means? Yeah, it's not pray like pray to God. We're not talking about that kind of pray. Pre.
It's like if somebody's trying to attack you.
You're the prey,
Or
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like if the scorpion is attacking you, the scorpion's the predator and you're the prey.
Oh, yeah, and that's why scorpions are afraid of humans. That's why they sting.
Oh, because they're afraid. That makes sense. That does make sense to me. So you can either put use, sting, paralyze, or sting, paralyze, prey. I kind of like that using the word prey in there. But you did good, Cash. You're on the right track. So let's put sting. Oops. If I can spell it right. STING. Sting. Paralyze. And prey. And whatever that prey is, it could be a person, it could be another animal. Whatever they're attacking is called the prey. All right. Let's have Lacey, can you do the next one? We're on this sentence right here. Scorpions need very little air or food. How can we put that in our outline? Can you unmute? There you go.
Little air or air and food. That's
Little air, food. Yeah, I agree. I think that's perfect. Little. Good. Air. Food. That was an easy one. Little air, food. Okay, let's see, Liana. Or no, I'm sorry. Let's do Phoenix. Phoenix needs a turn here. Where are we? Remarkably tough. They can often survive being kept in a freezer overnight. What do you think?
Tough freezer overnight.
I like it. Yep. Tough freezer overnight. You might want to use that word survive because it might, if I just see tough freezer overnight, you might think that it turns tough, like hard to eat in the freezer overnight. So you just have to remember that they're tough because they can survive in the freezer overnight. So don't forget that part. Okay. Then it says, let's do Liana for this one. After they hatch, dozens of scorpion babies will climb up and ride around on their mother's back. That's a kind of a lot of information.
Hatch,
Hatch, yes. And then what else?
climb,
Okay. One more word. Should we do mother? Or ride? What do you think, Liana?
back,
Yeah. Hatch, climb. Maybe we should do mother.
yeah,
Okay. Hatch, climb, and then mother. I guess we could draw. Can we draw? I'm going to try something here. A person, we'll put the arms forward and then we'll point to their back. Like that. You guys see that okay? I drew a little stick figure with both the arms going on one side and then I drew a little arrow to the back. Maybe that'll help us remember that part. Okay, got it? One more. Last one. How about Christopher? The last sentence says, in China, giant scorpions, grilled or fried, are sold in food shops and eaten as a delicacy. What do you think, Christopher?
China,
China. There's a lot of information there.
grilled,
Yeah, grilled. I like that.
sold,
I like that. You could do sold or you could do delicacy. Do you know what delicacy means? Have you guys heard that word before? Okay. Delicacy is like something fancy. Like if you've ever heard of escargot, it's like a fancy thing that they eat in France and it's snails. I'm not kidding, it is like cooked
Ew.
snails. It's cooked. So delicacy could be like a fancy hors d'oeuvre or fancy appetizer. So that's what that word means. In China, you can't get grilled scorpion everywhere, but you can go to fancy places and get a grilled scorpion, and it's probably expensive. It's rare, maybe. So what if we did that? What if we did China grilled and delicacy? You like that, Christopher? Okay. So delicacy just means a fancy food.
Like
Eat as a
caviar?
delicacy. Huh?
Like caviar?
Like caviar. That's a good example. Yes, just like caviar. That's fish eggs, right?
yeah,
I don't really like that either, but that is a delicacy.
See, that's like sad for the little fishes.
Yeah. It's like the eggs from the fish. There's other things like calamari, which is the grilled octopus, I think it is. Calamari. Yeah, Lacey's nodding. She knows what that is.
I
So
tried its leg before of an octopus.
did you like it?
Yeah, it was at the Pismo Beach. I had tasted one of the octopus legs from what our sister ordered.
Was it fried?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a delicacy. Also, have you ever heard of like fried frog legs? It sounds really gross. I've never had it before, but that is a delicacy too.
Our brother, he taught us it was
Uh-oh.
brother taught us it was chicken legs, but already knew it was fried frog legs, but I still ate it.
Yuck. Okay, I need you guys to get out a new piece of lined paper. So we're going to do one more thing today. So get out a new piece of lined paper like this, brand new clean one. And you know what to do. Whenever we get out a new piece, you got to put your name on it. Upper left, right here, go ahead and put your name, and then we'll put the date again on this one. Okay. And then again, skip the line and put scorpions. Don't worry, we're going to do something different. It's not exactly the same, but just put scorpions there. And now I'm going to have you use this paper to actually write whole sentences. So you remember last week, you guys practiced saying the story. You looked at the words, thought of a sentence, and then you said the sentence out loud to your parent. Well, you're going to do something similar where you look at the 3 words, you think of a sentence, and then you write it down. So the first one's pretty easy, scorpions, not insects. So what I want you to do is skip a line, and you're going to indent because you're making a paragraph. And let's put scorpions are not insects. Period. Go ahead and write that in. I know I'm out of time. I'm just going to go a couple minutes longer. Lacey, did you have something to say?
Do I have to do this now?
Yeah, I want you to write this down now if you have a lined piece of paper. So go ahead and write all this down because I'm getting you started. This is what your homework is going to be, okay? And then I'm just going to show you one more sentence because I'm going to model for you how to skip lines when you're writing your sentences, okay? So look at number 2. So we're done with number 1. We already wrote that one. Now we're on to number 2, and it says arachnids, 8 legs, 2 pinchers, barbed tail. And I can say they are arachnids and have 8 legs, 2 pinchers, and a barbed tail. I'm just going to have you write that last sentence and then we're done, okay? So after the period, I want you to write they are. Now here's where I want you to skip a line, okay? And put a little tiny X there so that'll help you remember. Don't write on that line. You're going to skip that one and go down to the next line and you're going to put arachnids with, I know I'm going to write all this out for you because the number 8, we're going to write out as a number 8 legs, comma, 2 pinchers, comma, remember a little X here. Skip lines. Don't write on every line. You're going to skip every other line. And a barbed tail, period. I'm going to stop there, okay? So make sure you write that down. Zoom in a little so you can see it. Do you see my little X's here? I put those there because I want to skip a line. So it's spaced out. Do you see how I did that? So make sure you do that on yours. Space it out so there's space in between. Okay. And then I want you to finish, your homework is going to be to finish using this outline to write all 10 sentences. You already did number 1 and number 2. We already did those. But you're going to do 3 through 10. You're going to write sentences now on this page and make sure to skip lines. And we're going to learn why that's important next week. But here's what you can do to remind yourself. You can put a little X here and then skip a line, X, skip a line, X, skip a line, X, to set up your page so that when you go to do your homework, you can remember, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to write on the lines that have an X. Don't write on those lines. You're going to skip those lines so that it's all nice and spaced out. So your homework, just to remind you, is those 3 pages in grammar. You have that to do too. And then you're going to use this outline that you made here. Use this outline and then write sentences. You're not going to tell the story this time. You're going to write it down. So give me a thumbs up if you know what to do for your homework. Good. Good. You're going to keep all of this about scorpions in the front pocket of your binder. That's where you're going to keep it so that you know where it is when you go to sit down and do your homework later. And then next week, we're going to get all this out again and we're going to do something else with it. It's pretty cool. But for this week for homework, you're going to write out this whole article about the information into complete sentences. So far you have scorpions are not insects. They are arachnids with 8 legs, 2 pinchers, and a barbed tail. Now I want to see if you can write this without looking at the original. Only look at your outline, okay? Just focus on your outline, just like you did when you were retelling the stories. Look at the 3 words, think of a whole sentence, and then write out the whole sentence in your paragraph. All right, if you know what to do and you don't have any more questions for me, you guys are free to go, and I will see you next week. Make sure you put all this in the front pocket of your binder to keep it safe. You guys have a good week. Bye. Have a good one. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
So I have my papers